Welcome back to the deep dive. Ever felt a little tongue-tied when you needed to be quick, clear, and, perfectly appropriate in English?
Mm-hmm. Happens to everyone.
Yeah, well, today we're diving into a fascinating, maybe even unexpected area,
Huh.
mastering those everyday responses. We're going to break down how to sound sharp and thoughtful even under pressure.
And we're drawing insights from a really specific place, right? The PTE speaking exams respond to a situation task.
Exactly. Our mission isn't just to understand a test, though. It's more about uncovering this kind of surprising blueprint for structured spontaneity.
Ooh, I like that. Structured spontaneity.
Right. Something that applies to any conversation, really. Anytime you need to be genuinely well informed on your feet.
And this task, it really is a microcosm of broader communication skills. It's much more significant than just testing language proficiency.
Yeah, so.
Well, it gets into cultural understanding, and crucially, your ability to synthesize thoughts quickly, clearly under pressure. So this deep dive, it should offer you some practical strategies.
And reveal just how critical, clear, thoughtful communication is in these everyday scenarios.
Precisely.
So, our source material for this deep dive comes straight from descriptions of that respond to a situation, task in PTE speaking. We'll be dissecting the mechanics, sure, but also really digging into the, let's say, hidden layers of this unique communication challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's unpack this. What does it really mean to respond to an everyday situation in a way that feels, well, both natural and structured?
That's the core question.
Fundamentally, here's how the task works.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to and you also read a description of a common situation, maybe a friend asking a favor or having to make a polite refusal.
Right, familiar stuff.
Then your job is simply to provide an extended spoken response, basically saying what you would actually say in that specific scenario.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is the emphasis on everyday situation and this expectation that you should be, and I quote, familiar with what to say.
Mm-hmm.
The source makes it really clear this task, unlike, say, answer short question, is explicitly designed to test your cultural knowledge in English.
Cultural knowledge, that's interesting.
It really is. It raises a critical question for me. How exactly do you demonstrate cultural knowledge through a structured spoken response? It's not just about vocabulary, right?
No, it sounds like it's more nuanced.
It's knowing the appropriate social dance. For instance, declining an invitation politely in English.
Mm-hmm.
It often needs more than just a blunt no.
Right, that could sound rude.
Exactly.
Right.
You might need to express regret, maybe offer a brief, plausible reason, we'll get to plausible later, and perhaps suggest an alternative. That subtle interplay. That's where cultural knowledge really shows.
So it's about being a kind of fluent cultural navigator, not just a walking dictionary. Wow.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
That's a powerful distinction. And you've got to be fast. You read what? Up to 60 words for the situation?
Yeah, up to 60.
And then you have a maximum of 40 seconds for your spoken response. That certainly hammers home the need for incredibly concise, impactful communication.
40 seconds isn't long when you need to be culturally appropriate and clear.
Definitely not. Okay, but here's where it gets, for me, really interesting. After the audio finishes playing the situation description, you get just 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to prepare before the microphone opens. My mind immediately goes blank just thinking about that pressure.
Uh-huh.
How do you even begin to strategize in such a tiny window? What's the absolute non-negotiable you must do?
Okay, yeah, that 10-second window is absolutely critical, no doubt.
Right.
But the source gives us a brilliant playbook for it, really.
A playbook,
And
right.
first, you need to quickly jot down your position for your response. Or as it puts it, state the purpose of your response first. And it notes, this is very important.
Purpose first. Got it. So am I agreeing, refusing, suggesting?
Exactly. Nail that down immediately. Secondly, quickly write down 2 or 3 reasons. Just use bullet points, 1 or 2 words. Don't write sentences.
Okay, quick keywords.
And thirdly, and this is key, you must understand the situation. The source even says, use your imagination if you have to really grasp it.
Use your imagination.
Yeah, it points directly to the importance of, lightning fast thinking and some really quick strategic outlining. It's about getting your core message and your key supporting points solid in those few seconds.
Not about perfecting sentences.
Not at all.
So it's basically speed note taking under exam conditions, like a miniature verbal sprint. I can almost hear the frantic scribbling on that erasable whiteboard they mention you can use.
Exactly. That whiteboard is your best friend there.
So, okay, you've got your purpose jotted down, a couple of keywords for reasons.
Right.
What happens when that microphone finally opens?
Right. So once that Short tone sounds beep, the microphone is live, and you have your 40 seconds. Showtime. And the source is very clear. This isn't some rambling chat. It's a paragraph form response. Structured.
Ah, paragraph form. So like intro, body, conclusion.
Pretty much. You need a clear topic sentence that states your purpose connecting directly back to what you mapped out in that 10-second prep.
Okay, makes sense.
Then you provide your 2 or 3 reasons why to explain your stance. And here's where it gets really unique and kind of fun, actually.
Oh.
The source explicitly says you can use your imagination or even make up plausible excuses.
Wait, make up excuses. Seriously.
The plausible ones, yes. This really highlights how creativity can fit into a structured, responsive communication style. It's about showing you can construct a believable, coherent narrative on the fly.
Even if the details are, well, improvised.
Exactly. It's the skill of constructing it they're looking for. And then finally, you wrap it all up neatly with a concluding sentence.
Make up plausible excuses. That's a fascinating twist. So it's less about absolute factual truth and more about demonstrating the skill of building that believable, natural-sounding narrative.
I think that's a fair interpretation, yeah. Believable and appropriate for the situation.
And on the technical side, thinking about it like a live stage. Once that tone sounds, boom, you're on. For precisely 40 seconds.
No warm-ups, no do-overs.
None. You have to start speaking immediately after that tone because if you speak before it, right, your voice just won't be recorded.
Correct. Nothing before the tone gets captured.
And you need to finish speaking before the progress bar on the screen hits the end. It really, really hammers home the need for precision under pressure.
And that one-chance aspect truly elevates the stakes, doesn't it? You only listen once. You only record once.
Yeah.
It underlines the absolute need for precision and really effective use of those tiny prep and speaking windows. But doesn't it also add just an immense amount of pressure that could potentially hinder natural communication for some people?
That's a really good point. How do people manage that mental block knowing there's no reset button?
Well, I suppose it forces you to embrace the moment, right? To trust your quick thinking, trust that structure you planned. Practice helps, obviously.
Practice makes perfect, or at least plausible. It makes the practice of this structured spontaneity even more crucial then. So if we pull all these pieces together, this specific task, respond to a situation, it really is a microcosm of real-world communication.
It absolutely is.
You have to quickly process info, formulate a coherent response, deliver it effectively, all under a tight deadline.
And zooming out, what's really striking is that, as we said, this isn't just grammar or vocab. It's about knowing how to talk in real life, day-to-day situations.
Understanding the unspoken rules.
Exactly. The emphasis on cultural knowledge and everyday situations. It just means it's about pragmatic communication, knowing what to say, how to say it appropriately in context. It pushes you, the test taker, but really anyone, to think about communication in a much bigger way than just stringing words together.
Right. So this respond to a situation task, it's genuinely a masterclass in structured spontaneity.
Well put.
It demands rapid assimilation, super focused planning in mere seconds, and then a clear paragraph form delivery. It's like a blueprint for being articulate under pressure.
Absolutely. And the ability to articulate a clear purpose, provide relevant reasons, even imagined ones, if needed, and then conclude effectively. That's such a valuable skill, far beyond any exam.
Definitely.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it sort of raises an important question, doesn't it? How can mastering this structured approach to everyday communication help you, the listener, navigate maybe complex conversations or unexpected scenarios in your own life?
Yeah, even when you only have a few seconds to think.
Right. What happens when you're asked a surprising question in a meeting? Or you need to politely decline an invitation from, say, a new colleague you want to maintain a good relationship with.
Those moments happen all the time.
They do. And having a mental framework, purpose, reasons, conclusion can be incredibly helpful.
So the next time you find yourself in one of those everyday situations needing a quick, coherent response, remember the power of purpose, reasons, and a clear conclusion.
Give it a try.
It might just change how you communicate one spontaneous yet structured thought at a time.